radio app.
And we are broadcasting live today from the Scottsdale location, and it is a Taco Tuesday and an El Bandido Yankee Tequila Tuesday as well, and it is time for our Pick'em contest.
Tequila!
All righty, here we go. It is always fun when we get Jim Bob Morris on, the El Bandido Yankee Tequila owner, who has been on fire as far as making his selections. Jim Bob, it's Jimmy B and Manooch. How are you, pal?
Jimmy B and Manooch, buddy. How are you guys? I'm glad to be with you. And you're right, I have been on fire. I've been about as hot as a El Bandido Yankee, whatever the hell we want to come up with. But the fact of it is, I'm 109-3 against your audience. What does that say about what you're teaching this audience?
I'm saying right now that you got that K-State luck going strong is what you have going on. But by the way, Jim Bob, you need to send a case of El Bandido Yankee Tequila to one Bradley Bill to get this deal closed for the Phoenix Suns, as it's reported he's coming this way to be a Phoenix Sun.
Well, I tell you what, I'll send them as many cases as it takes to close the deal. Let's get it done. Let's get it going.
I think you and us long-suffering Suns fans are all in that boat.
I had Jelly Roll, the singer, in this last weekend. We were working on a deal with him on sponsoring his tour, and we had his management team, and I gave those guys 6 cases, and we didn't get that deal closed yet. It might take 7.
You may want to let them know that Manooch has got some cousins that can help close that deal, if you know what I'm talking about there, Jim Bob.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I like that. For sure.
All right, Jim Bob, let's get to the contest here. You're going to be playing against Ed Smithison of Tempe, and we have 3 questions, and they are all Major League Baseball. So here we go. Diamondbacks are rolling. They're in first place in the National League West. They are playing against Milwaukee tonight on the Brewers' home field. The over-under is 9. Are you going over or under?
Well, the Diamondbacks are averaging about 6 runs a game the last 3 games, and the Brewers are averaging a little over 3.5. You got to go the over, guys. We got to go the over.
All right, let's go back to Spence then in the studio. What did Ed have, Spence?
Ed also is thinking over. The Diamondbacks are just too hot to stop.
All right, speaking about too hot to stop, Jim Bob, the Padres at the Giants. The Giants have now won 8 in a row. They're only 3.5 back of the Diamondbacks. They got 3 more games, a 4-game set versus the Padres. Game number 2 tonight. The over-under is 8.5. Which way you going, Jim Bob, with the red-hot San Francisco Giants?
Easy ball, buddy. The last game, the Giants went 15-0, 7-3 before, 7-4. The Giants are going to score 8.5 runs themselves tonight. The Padres will get 3. It's over.
All right, what does that have there, Spence?
Ed, again, is thinking kind of the same thing with the way the Giants just won't go away in any of these games. He's going over.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, if Ed picks the over on the next one, send him the gift certificate because he's the smartest guy I've played yet. But the Braves versus the Phillies, and here's the deal. The Braves have gone 8-1, 10-2, 14-6. The Braves alone score 8.5 runs against, the Phillies. Okay, the Braves alone. This is going to be a Grand Slam crusher. By the way, have you noticed how many Grand Slams we got this going on? This is crazy.
We got 37, I believe. Rock counted as of last Friday. 37 to 38 slams. The Grand Salamis are going out the yard left and right there, Jim Bob.
We love offense, and we're taking the over on the Braves and Phillies.
All right. What does Ed have, Spence?
Ed's excited for his gift card because he's also going over.
Give it to the man. Give it to him.
Jim Bob, you never slow down, man. What else is going on with El Bandido Yankee Tequila? You're sponsoring groups and tours, all that good stuff.
We are getting ready for the Chicago Raceway. We got NASCAR coming. We're closing down half of the South Loop. It's got everybody picked off in Chicago, but I'm going to be in the middle of it, loving it with El Bandido Yankees because we've got our car showing up there. We got about 3 different parties that we're kicking off in Chicago. You guys ought to take some vacation day and come join El Bandido Yankee in Chicago for the NASCAR Chicago Street Race going down Lakeshore Drive and Michigan Avenue. It'll be fun.
And just a little bit of Kansas State news for you. Trey Spivey, who is the son of one Junior Spivey, former major leaguer, is committed, and he is already at Kansas, an outstanding receiver, as well as another fine young man, also here from the Valley, are already there in Manhattan, Kansas. The freshmen are getting the laws being laid down by Coach Kleiman. We got studs coming into Manhattan, Kansas there, Jim Bob.
I am flying to Kansas State tomorrow, brother. I am flying in tomorrow, and I'm going to go meet with the veterinary department and the ag department. We're going to build them another building. It's going to be the El Bandido Yankee Agave building.
I love it. Well, you give them Minucci's best when you're there tomorrow. I appreciate that.
I say, guys, man, make it a great day. Make it El Bandido for you guys. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Jim. There you go. That's Jim Bob Morris, founder, CEO, El Bandido Yankee Tequila.
I'm just going to give him another $5 million.
Yeah, why not?
For a veterinarian building.
He is awesome.
The current vet building they have, and they built this monstrosity of a building. It's about, I'd say, a good quarter-mile long.
Okay.
And it's a quarter-mile long by about, I'm going to say, 50 feet tall. And it's probably about 300 feet wide. And they can bring, they have a lot of, animal cadavers there.
Right.
And one thing that was pretty cool, this is going way back to 1977, 78, is they got the old, the pulley that goes across the top of the roof. And they could bring horses out and other large animals, and they could drop them straight down. They could work on, the cadavers.
Yes.
These are dead.
Yeah.
These are donated to
3 minutes
science. And I thought that was so cool. It's like guys are going, hey, maybe we can get a ride on that bad boy. Maybe we go inside, then we can hook up. And it's about 50 feet high. It goes across the top of the ceiling. And it's like it was like the good old, zip lines. It'd been an early version of the zip line.
I'm telling you right now, as soon as you said that, it reminded me of Animal House with the horse and the guy's oh, man, and the horse has a heart attack and goes down.
That is funny. Man. Early zip lines in the veterinarian building. Yeah, those K-State football players, they found a way to go clear across a quarter mile wide. But Jim Bob is so generous.
He is.
He's an outstanding alumnus. He's very generous. There's a lot of great things for Kansas State University.
You know what? I'm going to text him, and I might take up his offer. That sounds like a great weekend
that race,
in Chicago.
They're not happy the South Loop's going to be blocked off with that NASCAR race.
Of course they're not. But,
2 minutes.
Just look at what Chicago's going to get out of it. National spectacle on a Sunday. Are you kidding me?
The one thing I remember here with any kind of road race here was F1 Formula Racing was out here in the mid-late 80s for a couple 2-3 races downtown.
Okay, yeah.
And they had the whole downtown blocked off. They went on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And the thing about those F1 Formula 1 cars, they were so loud. We could hear them practicing on Friday and Saturday. So the people that work downtown had to find alternative ways to get to work or ever get to work.
Oh, sure.
So they had it blocked up. But I would say one thing, they're fast and they're extremely loud. I can imagine NASCAR in Chicago taking over the streets of
it's going to be
Chicago.
Interesting. Really going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that race. All right, so the Bradley Beal trade for Chris Paul and Landry Shamet continuing to work itself out. And DeAndre Ayton is still a Phoenix Sun. Suns beat writer Dwayne Rankin's going to join us here at the Barrio Queen as we continue in Scottsdale. It's coming up next. Rockin' Minutes with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.